Hello YouTube, welcome to another modern video. We're actually playing Rhinos, and I'm joined by freakunasty. And the one thing I really want to say is that Freak actually won an RCQ with this list. I don't know if he's made any changes. I don't think so, from what I can see. He'll explain
Zero
in
changes.
zero changes. So this is actually a list that he won an RCQ. And I'll note, I placed like fifth, but yeah, he ended up winning it, and he played against a really good player in the final, Sean. I'll let him talk about, it, but Sean Gallagher, and it was a really grindy and like crazy, technically well played match, is what I'll say from the observer view. But I'm gonna turn over the deck tech, and Free can talk about as much as he wants. So
So yeah, this is domain rhinos basically. Nice thing about this deck is that you have like everything that is going on in the deck all like feeds each other really well. So you have your rhinos plan, you have your early like broken domain starts with Layla and Scion, and then you have your removal suite, which includes Flage, Leyline Bindings, Fire Ices, and then you have your permission. So Force Negation, Subtleties. And being that all of these things, like you have kind of a little bit of everything going on here, the deck ends up playing really cohesively. Like every turn feels very clear as to like what your next step is or what you're supposed to be doing next and how to leverage advantage to like just really bury your opponent quickly. Excuse me, bury your opponent quickly. So first thing about the deck, let's talk about the mana. 10 fetch lands plus 4 Lorien revealed, just to make sure that you're always getting your colors. And then every other land in the deck either makes red or white mana while building the domain mana base. So it's really key here. This is like one of the most important things. And I know I harp on this a lot, but mana in this format is like crazy important. So I know it looks weird that we have a plains and a mountain in the mana base, but trust me, they're correct. Also, too, against Harbinger of the Seas, this is like these are the basics that you want to be fetching, and quite oftentimes I will fetch the basic plains in just about every game. But you have your Xander's Lounge plus Lush Portico or Temple Garden to make domain, so you can fetch Portico on one, and then on two fetch Xander's Lounge and hold up your Leyline Binding. Or you can do the, fetch Xander's Lounge and then get Temple Garden. Also, too, the other thing you can do is you can get either a Thundering Falls or a Lush Portico, and then on turn two get Steam Vents, so that you can have either half of Fire Ice or Leyline Binding up because it's 2 mana. So like you have a lot of different options, and you could do that with Thundering Falls and Temple Garden. Like everything in the deck is all about building to either 2 mana Leyline Bindings, casting your Fire Ice on turn two, or building up to like full domain and then kind of going crazy. And the nicest thing about this deck is, again, every land is either a mountain or a plains. So no matter what 4 mana you have in play, you can almost always just flashback Flage. But on top of that, the other thing is that the energy decks straight up cannot beat 2/4/4s or 3/4/4s. So if you can turn 2 Scion, then turn 3 Rhinos, by itself, that's good enough. If you add in a Leyline of the guild pack on top of that, they'll never get back out from underneath of it. So the main board feels, like I said, super cohesive, very good against the field. Hard matchups, obviously, are the combo decks, which we address over here in the sideboard. First, we have Inevitable Betrayal for the Through the Breach decks or for Gorios. So you can just board out your Rhinos or leave one Rhino in and board in the Betrayals. We have Magebane Lizards as well as some Graveyard Hate for the Storm matchups. Again, you just board out the Footfalls, board in your hate cards. Brotherhood's End, just a nice little card that goes against energy, as well as any other go wide decks. And then Mystical Disputes for the control matchups, and Charmoz for big mana. So nice and clean, very straightforward sideboarding. Anytime Subtlety is bad, usually Brotherhood's End is good. You kind of go from there, right? So
yeah,
yeah, that's the whole deck. I mean, it's like I said, it's super cohesive, very powerful. you have some nut draw potentials, and very, very, very few decks in the format can beat those nut draws.
Yeah, I was. It was definitely a deck that, as you were playing it in the RCQ, everyone's like, "Oh, I didn't prepare for Rhinos," and like, it just really kind of got that double whammy. So
Yeah, I dropped one game through the entirety of that RCQ. I dropped one game to the Naya Energy combo deck. Um, they combo killed me on in game two when they were on the play, and then I didn't drop any other games.
yeah, you could say you went crashing through the tournament, right?
I would never say such thing.
But yeah, any other thoughts before we move into the league?
No, this is a deck I really believe in right now. I think it's very strong. And then in the finals of that RCQ, as you know, I beat as Cookie was saying, I beat Sean Gallagher. I know Sean Gallagher very well. He's a local guy around here, around where I am. He's always on the energy
Energy.
leaderboards. He is an incredible control player. He was playing blue black Murktide, and basically I just got to play a patient game, suspend to footfalls, and then just wait. And there was very little he could do to beat that. I got to, in one turn, threaten flashing back a flage, casting crashing footfalls, and having control elements on his turn, like all through the same sequence. And you could just tell the pressure was on him so much to try and do something about it, and there was just nothing to do.
Yeah, it was definitely quite the match, that's for sure. So, um,
I
yeah,
then took it to F&M on Friday afterwards in the 4-0 also, so I'm currently 10-0, 11-0, something like that with the list.
very nice. So, we will catch you guys in round number one. Here we are for round number one, and we won the dice roll. Very nice.
Okay. Well,
Uh,
this hand looks pretty good.
yeah,
Let's keep it.
yeah, I like it. And they mold a 6. It's kind of interesting that I don't like the new Karn art. That one that's for the
Oh, the tree, the joke Karn art from.
yeah,
I don't really like any of the anthropomorphized.
yeah, me too. All right, we surveilling.
I'd like to keep that one.
Yeah,
Next turn we surveilling again after we fetch.
yeah. After we cycle Lorien revealed. Ah, interesting.
Could be a lot of decks.
Could be, could be.
Daybreak. Oh, this is um Bamzig is Anzid.
Oh, okay. I did not know that. We have no idea what they're playing.
I think I think Anuraga is most likely playing the blue black list. Yeah, the blue black occult Oculus or whatever list from the challenge this weekend.
Gotcha.
So it's the unearth plus the 3 mana 5/5 flying eyeball thing.
Okay.
Didn't I bin the
It's the surveil bug.
old Dotsies bug? Why, yes, I would like to pay life.
Cast this Charlotte's agent into counterspell.
It's okay. I got me a 2/2.
We have gotten a 2/2. Ferg.
Resolves.
Leyline Binding number 1 or Leyline Binding number 2? Discard a spell snare.
Spell Snare.
Yeah, it seems like a good one to discard against us. Two mana, discard a card, remove your creature.
Yep, pretty good.
Yeah.
Alright, Thought Scour is pretty nice from them. Do mill over a force.
Surveillin. What do they do with their surveil? They put in a force.
They're probably playing an Oculus here. Alright, so at the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, Manifest Dread, so they'll get a 2/2 into play. 2 cards left in the hand. I kind of want to go Subtlety. And then untap Windmill Slam.
Yeah, I like that. I don't know if this force is getting any better.
I'm not exactly sure if it is. But this is like really good because they already discarded their... Yeah, they had to put it on bottom. Because they already used 6 cards out of their graveyard. We draw another force, which we can't really use that well.
No.
But we'll jam into Ardent Plea.
Attack for 3.
This is very much how my matchup with Sean went. The difference is that they were on Blue-Black Murktide before the set came out.
Yeah. Okie dokie.
I want these. And I think I don't want Endurance. Maybe I do want Endurance because of Unearth.
Yeah. I like that.
And this card's pretty bad.
Yeah, Fire Ice doesn't seem good. What else?
I'm gonna shave one Ardent Plea, and I think I'm gonna shave a Lorien.
Okay.
These games tend to go long, so you don't have to worry about like hitting curves so hard.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I gotta get my big fan buff. Anytime you tell a content creator big fan, by the way, you always end up drawing the nuts, so I had to get it in.
Yeah.
Alright, we'll keep. We're on the draw, plus we have a Lush Portico, so we have a lot of options, or ways of finding more land. Perfect.
Just another force.
Perfect.
Okay.
We binned an Unearth. Interesting. Never didn't have it.
Yeah. We never didn't have it.
Thought Scour target themselves. Shoot the Sheriff. This one stayed in, huh?
I guess so.
Ooh, it kills Scion. That's why.
Oh, okay.
And Go for the Throat doesn't.
Well, the interesting thing is with a Leyline out, it doesn't kill Scion. But
well, yeah, but you know what I mean. Like,
yeah,
the
I
reason
know.
for this over Go for the Throat is because of exactly that interaction. Okay. That's right. We can afford to be patient.
Yeah.
Cyclone Unearth.
I don't think I've seen that happen in a long time.
Perfect land.
I mean, it's at least a land, but yes.
Well, we have domain for when they bounce our Leyline, right?
Yep.
They are over there sculpting their hand. They've been a harbinger in the face of our Leyline plus basic. Probably a good call.
Probably a good idea, as you said, because it's nice that the leyline basic combo deals a lot with them.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards. A little awkward because I really want to be able to play this with the dispute up.
Yeah. But moving to discard doesn't sound great either.
Correct. Okay. What did we show them? We showed them mystical disputes. We showed them nothing else. Okay.
Counter spell.
Got me a 2/2. Shroud.
Yeah.
Oh no, it doesn't have
Oh,
shroud
I
yet.
was gonna say, yeah, I was gonna say there's no Scion.
This is cyan. Okay. Consider resolves. Been a Thoughtseize. Play a Delta, crack it. One thing that's nice against playing against streamers is that they play fast. This resolves.
Hmm.
No blocks. I think I'm just passing. Because I can fight on their turn over all this.
He can discard Flage.
Correct. I will trade 2 damage while I'm at 20 and you're at 13. I also still don't think I need to do anything, but because if we don't draw a land, I'm going to want to cast something, I think I'm just going to do this.
Yeah. Unlock our mana, maybe.
Also, I was kind of hoping it got countered.
Yeah, me too.
Hmm. If they had consign, I think they would have consigned this trigger, right?
I would think so, but
Now it has Shroud.
there we go. And many other things.
This Mystical Dispute's getting worse and worse by the second.
Yeah.
They have drawn every land in their deck.
They have indeed Toxic Deluge.
Prefer if you didn't.
Actual factual counterspell.
So counterspell can resolve. Then we'll force again.
Wow.
This is almost identical to how the match went against Blue-Black Control before.
Yeah. That was a really strong showing.
You just get to be patient and kind of like pick your spots and fight over what you choose to fight over, and everything else just doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
And we had infinite turns to just kind of draw. We started the game with a strong hand. Never drew a 4th land, which means that we're only drawing actions. So, but again, I mean, we're a 20 land deck, right? So you're much more likely to do that. And if we would have hit any other Cascaders, we just would have jammed them.
Yeah. I mean, I think. Yeah, I mean, we just were able to kind of like be patient and put enough pressure on, and then when they needed to resolve something, having double force was pretty nice. So
Yep. But
yeah,
yeah, that's how I feel about the matchup against Control. Felt really good when I played it against Sean. Felt really good when I played it in at FNM. Felt really good here.
yeah. Anything else before we hop into the next round?
Nope, let's go on to the next one.
On to the next one. Alrighty, here we are for round 2. Jeez, can't speak. And we won the dice roll.
Well, hand's cracked.
Yeah, exactly. Hand is good.
Also, no Gigantha, no energy.
Nope.
This is bullshit.
We should file comp. No, I'm just kidding.
Again, hang on to your red-white fetches to last because they get your basics. So if you have a Misty Rainforest, there's only 2 of them, but...
Seachrome Coast.
Hammer time? What the fuck? What the hell deck plays Seachrome Coast? Mishra's Bauble. Tormonster. What is happening?
Is this like a... I don't know. I'm not even going to guess. I don't know a deck. I mean, they're probably like an Emery deck.
Probably. Well, that seems very good here.
Entomb. Yeah, nice. I thought that card was not legal in Modern, but I was wrong.
This might be some sort of like 8-cast deck where they use the thought cast spells to flip their Tamios.
That's definitely possible. I haven't seen that card in a while. It's been a minute.
Okay. It has Toxic. Toxic when a hexproof from the color of your choice. They're gonna need to pop this Tormod script soonish.
Yeah, I think they should be safe not to crack it now, but they definitely don't want to let us untap with it for next turn.
Oh, top card was a Crashing Footfalls. Let's go.
It's always nice when it works out that way in paper.
Rar.
Hiya.
They're keeping the Tormod script.
Yeah, I guess so.
I guess they can reply to my fetch or respond to my fetch.
Or they
Or they
just
can scoop.
concede. Yeah.
Well, I have a card in my sideboard that is going to eviscerate them.
Yeah, Brotherhood's End is definitely going to end them.
I don't think I... Actually, Fire Ice might be, like, oddly good against them, huh?
Yeah, it's got that Screv card, and
I don't think these subtleties matter.
it's hard to tell from what we saw.
Yeah. I mean, it's really hard for these decks to play Thought Monitors, and, like, this is what you would want. You'd want this against Thought Monitor. Everything else you just, like, don't really care about because you'll just clear it out.
Yeah.
They do seem like they're, like, basically blue. I kind of want these for the eventuality that there's Teferis.
That definitely seems possible in there.
They also have a lot of graveyard hate, so I think I'm willing to go down to 1 Flage and go down an Ardent Plea here. I think these are going to be relevant, so I'm going to leave them in.
Yeah, I mean, luckily we won game 1, so we have some leeway.
Could also bring in an Ashiok.
No.
2, 4, 6. There's only, and we're gonna fetch 1, 7. Only 13 land left in our deck.
I mean, it's up to you, but
We also have double surveil with this hand. Lauren reveals are good top decks once we get later. Hmm. Ugh, see, this hand's way worse.
it is definitely way worse.
Actually, is it?
Uh,
Man, if they play a Teferi, we're just like so dead.
yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna put back one of these. I'm gonna start with this in play.
Seachrome Coast into a Spring Lake Drum.
Should I
Uh,
Leyline Binding the Springleaf Drum?
I mean,
I'm
it's not a bad thought for a second, but didn't really do anything with it last. Oh yeah, glad that we didn't. You know, because they didn't play a creature last turn, so
They're gonna play an Emery here, right?
that's what I would assume. Yeah,
There is the Lurker of the Lock. Alright,
Kappa.
they're just Kappa Cannoneering, so they are some sort of 8 cast deck.
Yeah,
I'm gonna thin the deck just in case they play Harbinger.
Harbinger. Yeah. All right, what do they do next?
Why didn't they play this? They must have just drawn this, right?
Uh,
Otherwise, why didn't they play it on their turn?
yeah.
4, 5, 6 mana? Huh?
Nani?
uh, okay. That that resolves. Wow, that if that's the best thing that they have against Cascade, they are in a lot of trouble.
Well, like I mentioned, not a lot of people are teched for rhinos.
I'll keep that. Your turn.
Okay. Interesting. Stoneforge Mystic.
Wait, how did they? What? They didn't pay any extra. Oh,
Uh,
they improvised the extra. I see.
no, okay.
All right, that's fine. I was like, what the hell? All right, Stoneforge Mystic it is. Gonna get a Cauldron complete.
That'd be my guess. They do indeed.
Yeah, we're a Leyline Binding deck. I'm not that worried about it.
Seems like a good blocker against our rhinos.
Portable Hole. Do I care? Their last card's Calder. They're gonna put it in play either way.
Yeah.
I guess I can fight over it.
We have a lot of good draws in our deck.
Scion.
Yeah, that would be
Just
really.
race.
Yeah.
I wonder if they just don't attack. Okay, well, they're already losing the race currently, so this is okay with me.
Yeah. Scion. Scion.
Where were you last turn?
Yeah, that would have been really good.
Yeah, just in case, right?
Yeah. Yeah, going upstairs doesn't seem like it does a whole lot.
Like I said, we're already winning the race. They cannot attack anymore. Yeah, they never get to attack again, and we get to just kind of like take our time.
Yeah, that's kind of a
Also, too,
greedy.
next turn we're swinging for lethal with the Flage, so if we draw nothing here, I'm just unearthing the Flage and they're dead. Or, we could draw that, I guess.
That seems really good.
Oh, yeah, I already cast Rhinos this turn.
Alright, opponent. You have one card in hand.
They have died.
They've chosen death.
We didn't even draw our best sideboard card.
Come back, opponent. Come back. We want to draw our sideboard card.
Yeah, Brotherhood's End would have also just been like
Lights
lights
out.
out.
Yeah.
It already was. It didn't really matter. But
Yeah.
yeah, against random aggro decks, random control decks, like this game plan is just so powerful, as you can see.
Yeah. I like
So
their
2-0.
sideboard plan. What were you going to say?
I said, yeah, 2-0, feeling strong.
2-0. 2-0, 4-0. Let's go on. Let's go crash into the next round. Here we are for round 3, and we lost the die roll. Sadness is on the stack.
We got a warning. We have a good matchup, unless it's Storm.
I mean, we have Force Negation. It's pretty good against Storm.
Mm.
If they play bad. If they
It's
play
pretty
bad.
bad.
They play bad, yeah.
But yeah, we have
Yeah.
we have Fire Ice to handle their threat, and then we're making Rhinos, so this is a keep for me.
Yeah. Opponent's really thinking about that turn one play. All right.
Wow, turn 1, do nothing.
Deal.
Okay. Easy enough. We're going to play a turn 2 Scion of Draco. Unless they play 2 1-drops.
Yeah.
I find it hard to believe that they would have 2 1-drops, though.
Hmm. Drawing land, not great.
No, land is good here.
It's like, do we fire the Ajani? Do we play Scion?
So if I play Scion, the problem is Static Prison.
Yeah. We do have Force, but using it on that doesn't seem great.
It might still just be okay. If they have Bombardment, that's maybe a
That's
problem.
real bad for us.
So they go Bombardment, they go land, Bombardment, play a 1-drop. They attack, I block, it flips. Or I don't block. Well, I force the Bombardment. Okay. I've talked
Okay.
myself into it.
Okay.
We are casting a 4/4.
Be nice if it had a bunch of abilities.
That's kind of why I like drawing fourth land, like Unearth Flage, plus be able to just hard cast a leyline that we draw. Plus it means that I don't care about pitching this Lorien Revealed anymore.
True. Okay, what do they do?
I know we took a little while on our turn, like figuring out what the best line was. I
Yeah.
think that they weren't necessarily ready for this, so the real question is if they play the Static Prison, I think I'm priced into forcing.
Yeah, I think so. I would do.
If they have another Static Prison, it's a problem.
Yeah, the problem is if they had bombardment, but they would have definitely.
Well, they attack first, I block, then they play the bombardment. With the flip to Johnny, they plus make a 2/2 and then throw the 2/2, or throw the 2/1 at this. That's all 4 damage.
Yeah.
But we're taking a lot of their resources if we do. I'll take 2.
Kind of
They have a
souls.
they have a the 1 mana red.
Gotcha.
So I think I'm supposed to Flage here and kill the Ajani.
I like that.
Alternatively, I could fire the Ajani
And grab a surveil land.
and surveil. Maybe I'm supposed to fire the guide or Flage the guide, actually.
Saying that they weren't able to flip.
I have the read that they have the 1 mana. They have a Galvanic Discharge in their hand. Is my read. So
Yeah.
I don't want them to have energy.
Getting life back from Flage is pretty good.
Yeah. Also, too, I'm unearthing this Flage next turn.
You said.
Hmm. I have Leyline Binding in my deck.
Yeah. Okay, let's see what they do.
Dash a Ragavan. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to take 0. I know it flips, but it's kind of just okay. They can make it 2/1 and I can kill the Ajani. Then I'm back to winning the race.
Yeah. That seems fair, and they only have a planes up, so.
No, they choose not to flip it too. Smart. They just didn't want it to die.
Wow, that ended up working out pretty well.
If they flipped it, they had like at least they could do a little bit of damage
Yeah.
because they have the red permanent. Hmm. Okay. This is a little annoying, at least.
Yeah. Well, we didn't
Okay,
want to
they
draw
exile
that.
the. Yeah, we didn't want to draw that anyway. Amped Raptor into a Johnny? Into a Ragavan. Do they cast it? It saves them 2 mana next turn. But now if I have another Fire Ice, I'm just blowing them out again.
Yep. Oh. We can't cast that.
Oh.
It's kind of a lot.
So they're attacking for 5. I'm just putting lethal in play, I guess. Rar. Sorry, I'm so used to there being a ley line that I could just still
Yeah.
play this because I have planes.
No, it's okay. I mean, let's see. What do they got?
I still had them on a discharge, and I think they still have a discharge.
Definitely possible.
They hit a Scion of Draco. Okay, we didn't want to draw that.
It's pretty spendy.
Oh, they are paying costs. That does nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, if they don't have anything, they're just dead.
Yeah, and I don't know why they would slow roll. Oh, they did.
Oh, they did. No. Alright. If I guess this is the player on Force. Yeah, because if we had Force, we can't use it now.
Yeah. But they
Ah,
get.
there's my binding a turn late.
Yeah.
That's okay. So these Force negations are pretty schmid.
I
So
can
I just usually
imagine.
go down 2 forces, and
Bringing
that's
some.
that. Oh,
Bring,
and I do want the Endurance. That's right. Like I've been going down 3 forces, and I'm bringing the Endurance and the Brotherhood's End.
seems like a good plan.
Man, they had the Blood Moon on the right turn. If we made 4/4s, I guess I probably should have just made 4/4s instead of leaving up the Fire Ice. Because we used Fire Ice to kill 2 X1s, and then we were just like winning the race, but they were able to find energy and then kind of get back in it. I also just thought like I'm gonna be able to unearth this flash. Like it was basically the only turn that they had to play the Blood Moon.
Yeah, it seemed like a very good turn for the Blood Moon.
They also had second Ragavan, which helped them stay in it because they got to multi-spell. I guess if I just would have made 4/4s after casting the Scion, I was right about them having the discharge, so they would have started making energy. They could have discharged their own cat, played a Ragavan, flipped their Johnny, and then like maybe it was tough. But then they're not playing the Blood Moon, and I'm getting back a flash.
Yeah.
Hmm. I think it just so happened that it didn't really work out there. I mean, this
Uh,
hand's sick. I'll keep.
yeah. Yeah, Brotherhood End is really good in a deck that has 4/4s and
Yeah. And when your opponent has a bunch of X1s next to.
yes.
All right, they play a Ragavan.
Hmm.
I guess I don't need to fetch. I'm gonna fetch planes. I don't need to do it yet. See if they cast anything else into this Fire Ice. They don't. Now I have Leyline Binding up next turn. They missed their land drop.
Seems pretty good for us.
I think I'll leave this on top and then just main phase binding. Your turn. Okay, they found a second land.
Sadness.
Dranith Magistrate. Oh, no, they just play a Ragavan and an Ocelot Pride.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna make 4/4s.
Seems like a good idea. They're pretty
Especially
good.
with this Brotherhood's End, where even if they moon me now, I just don't care. They might attack with the Ocelot Pride if they have a discharge. Okay, so they have a Static Prison. Oh, they're gonna take out my Leyline Binding? Okay. Oh, wait, they're just taking out a 4/4.
Interesting.
Oh, they got up to 5 energy this way, I see. All right, well, I'm gonna make 4/4s again. See if they 2-for-1 themselves again. They exiled the Scion of Draco.
Hmm.
Yes, I would like to cast this.
And then we draw Alluring Revealed.
I think I am gonna cycle this. Again, if they Blood Moon me this turn, more power to them. But I guess I want to deal 3 damage to everything.
Seems much better than destroying the artifacts.
Take my 2-for-1 after I just took a 2-for-1 with the Static Prison discharge. I don't think that they're going to pay for this since there's nothing under it.
Yeah, you'd think they indeed came to the same conclusion.
I think this turn I am going to cast the Leyline. Actually, it's a blue card for this force.
Yeah, we can cast the Flage next turn, right?
Yep. Attack for 8. All right, opponent's at 5. All their blockers are very inefficient. 2 cards in hand. Whatever this is, it needs to be a Flage, I think, because Flage at least kills one of the 4/4s and gains them 3 life.
They kept it on top, so
Probably a Flage then, right?
I'm glad that we.
Well, opponent, I would like you to die.
I'd prefer if you didn't opponent. I prefer, yeah, just die.
Also, too, like we're a Leyline binding a deck, so the One Ring's like not that scary. That was our 1 of Force of Negation. Maybe on the draw, I want more of them. Subtlety seems less good. This is like the only thing you want this for is Flage,
True.
and sometimes a Johnny Amped Raptor. I think I'm happy enough with this.
I would agree. I'm trying to look at the rest, and I don't see anything else I'd want.
This hand's kind of awkward.
Yeah. Trying to think of what. Like, we definitely don't have Domain. We have Fire
Yeah,
Ice.
I can't get blue mana and green mana in the same land.
No. I think it's mole. Because like
I could just get plains, and then I have fire and flage. But like these two cards are stuck in my hand, so this is basically a multi 5. All right.
hand's better.
Doesn't get basics at all.
True. But we can
So
also
if we get
ice. We can also
Bloodmend,
ice on their turn 3, right?
yeah.
Worst case scenario. We can also surveil turn 1, see if we can hit another fetch land or basic. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna put back the second Shardless Agent.
Seems good to me.
Actually, no, I'll put back the Endurance. The game probably won't go to the Flage stage. Ugh. I really just want to kill that right away. Right on time.
It's always the best turn 1 draw.
Do you think I'm just gonna make Domain and then Fire, probably?
That's what I was thinking.
They're trying to figure out how to sequence, which probably means that they have a Amp Raptor in their hand. There's second guide. Shock. This did not seem like it was difficult, but okay.
Definitely does not seem very difficult. No.
They have 3 energy already, so they can jump this Guide of Souls if they want.
Basic mountain. Seems like the worst basic.
Okay, they did jump it, which means that they still have other creatures in their hand that they want to play that are 2-drops. Woof.
I mean, it gets us a basic.
So I'm tapping this on the upkeep. Or I'm shooting these two.
I was thinking like, yeah, one or the other.
We might just get beat down here.
Yeah. Does appear to be that way.
Also, I should have just shocked. This was supposed to get me Domain.
Oh.
Because like turn 4 playing this for Domain means I'll have 2, like 3/4 flyers that I have to deal with that I can't. I think I may have missequenced this game. So I'm going to try to draw out of it.
That does not seem like the card.
Well, it keeps us from getting mooned.
True.
But let's see, we're taking 3, 4, 5, 6 at minimum. Well, I might just be getting run over here. The double guide start on the play is very hard to deal with. I guess we needed to mulligan more aggressively than this.
Yeah, to like a Brotherhood's End, but that
No,
might even be slow.
we just needed to mulligan to a ley line, and then I think that we're like a lot stronger of a position where we don't have to play around these stupid lines. I could have just killed this on turn 2. I guess I never had an option to kill it on turn 2, right? Because they went turn 1 and then turn 2 do this, and fly this right away.
Yeah, I
But I could have
believe.
killed this one with the fire ice, and I would have had domain still. Woof. Well, everything's flying this turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're gonna fly this and this. I need a Brotherhood's End off the top of the deck right now, or I'm dead.
That does appear to be the case.
So I'm taking 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 damage right now. The
Ow.
Brotherhood's End actually doesn't even help. I still just die.
Yeah, because it to shock the stomping ground in.
Mm-hmm. That
Well,
Leyline Binding ain't gonna help either. Sure. Alright, we died.
we have been.
Well, I mean, they put 23, 26, 30 points of damage in play on turn 3.
Yep.
So,
Seems pretty difficult to beat when you're on the draw, as you'd mentioned.
very, very difficult. I was supposed to mulligan more aggressively. Yeah, like we had some ways of getting out of this that would have been okay. Hmm.
Well,
That's the first time I've lost to that deck.
yeah. I mean,
Losing game 1 was actually kind of crazy. Like that Blood Moon again. There's some lines there that like maybe weren't the tightest. So
yeah, it is what it is. But we can go on into round 4. Catch you there. Alrighty, here we are for round number 4, and we won the dice roll. And yeah, definitely seems like a keep. Got some interaction, suspend footfalls, flage, cascade spell.
yep, seems pretty nice. All right, Temple Garden, suspend, pass.
Windswept Heath, fetch into Enchantress.
Hmm. I, I don't know, but white. Uh, I would never assume Enchantress. Let's start there, huh? I
Well,
would never assume Enchantress.
I'm fortunately not a soul read opponents apparently, but
I like that Lorraine reveal to pitch us to either of our blue pitch spells. Next turn we're gonna Ardent Plea. If we don't have to use it to pitch to our blue spells, then I can use it to get Domain and Unearth Flage.
true.
How do you do it?
Magic the Gathering.
Do I just let this resolve and Flage it?
I mean, that does seem like a good idea. Okay.
What the fuck?
I've seen that card before, but not in that deck. I don't think they can activate that this turn.
Well, what I want them to do is I want them to redraw this.
Yeah.
So with this thing still on the stack, am I just killing them with Flage? Do I not need to worry about? Or nah, I'm gonna Flage next turn, and then do I want to Cascade the turn after, or do I want to hold up negation? I guess I want to hold up negation.
Yeah,
Okay,
just trying to think of how do we lose,
what
which
fucking bracket? We're 2-1. How are we against the Enchantress? So I want them to draw it now. Oh, they put it on bottom. Okay.
they didn't want to draw it.
Yeah, unfortunate. I have Rhinos coming down. That's why I was willing to pitch that.
Pepperidge Farm knows.
All right, sit this down. Your turn.
What does the opponent do?
Are they gonna play some other shitty enchantment creature?
That's probably a safe bet.
Something that I can't force. I wonder if they're trying to figure out like how do I beat Flage?
That's definitely possible because
Trying to figure out what 4-mana spell to play. Abundant Growth, sure.
Resurgent Belief.
What the fuck is happening?
Madness. Dang.
What? So I can play a Scion here,
Yeah, by cycling the Lore Revealed.
or I can just cycle this to get another blue-red land and hold up Force Negation Hardcast.
They have 4 cards in hand.
We have Rhinos coming down next turn. Fuck it. I'm just doing this. Because I only want to counter the Resurgent Belief, I think. Right?
Yeah, and we'll have just Hardcast Force up.
I'll have Hardcast Force up and Flage. If I draw a blue card, then I can, like, Unearth Flage and then Hardcast Force. Okay, they had another one of these. That makes sense. That tracks with what they did get last turn, 100% of the time.
Yeah.
I'm going to cast this. I drew a blue card.
Let's go.
Red, red. And I think I'm going to kill the thing that draws them cards.
Probably. Seems like a fair bet.
Do they also just have counter spells in their deck? Like, what is this Hallowed Fountain doing?
I have zero clue.
Let's put it on the stack. Okay, I think you're giga dead.
Yeah. I believe they are extremely dead.
We're attacking for 21. 10, 18 plus 3, yeah, 21. How many 1 mana removal spells you got over there, opponent? How many Anthonices?
Well, saying that they don't have any untapped
Well,
mana.
they do. They have
Oh yeah, I
4 mana
forgot.
right here.
True, true, true.
5 mana. This is an enchantment itself. Oh, and they still have their land drop to play the turn, so they have 6 mana available to them.
Yeah, seems like a lot. What do they got?
I guarantee they're a Blood Moon deck also. All right, well we've attacked the Sanctum Weaver for 5 mana twice now, and then untapped it.
Maybe they forgot how much mana it produces.
Anthonice, Anthonice, Anthonice. Okay, Static Prison. That seems strictly worse than Anthonice. Oh, I guess it not strictly worse. Anthonice can only get creatures. Oh, they needed 7 mana. I see.
Uh,
For solitary confinement, and then they still have 3 more mana floating. Abiding Grace. Are we actually just fucking dead? Leyline Binding. Fuck. Dude, how sick would Leyline Binding on the solitary confinement kill you be?
that one pretty good. Would have been pretty good.
Ah, good old Enchantress. I guess it wasn't kill you if it was Leyline Binding, but
Yeah, it would probably run a 3.
seems pretty close to kill you. Well, now that's not an out anymore. Thank you, Sterling Grove. And they have a way of drawing a card every single turn. So this is a lock because they can put this back in their hand every turn, or put this back in play every turn, and then
Oh yeah.
oh wait, it doesn't draw a card that way. Wait, what is this doing in their deck?
To protect their more protection pieces, I guess. Does this say protect target art enchantment for the creature?
No,
Oh,
return target
no,
creature card
no,
with mana value 1 from your graveyard to the
the
battlefield.
creature, the creature. Yeah. So
Yeah, enchantment.
you can basically
Okay,
protect the Sterling Grove with it, but I mean,
it doesn't seem like it matters.
no.
Okie dokie. Well, they're not getting out from underneath the confinement quite yet because they might run out of enchantments. Fighting Grace doing nothing again. Cool.
Our deck doing
Ah,
nothing.
good old land draw. Feels nice. Your turn. I guess there's no reason to do this, huh?
No. If there's a ley line in play, then yes.
No, we still don't gain any life.
Oh, true. Just to send a message in their vigilance.
So they're out of energy. What the fuck are they doing?
They Emrakul?
Do they have omniscience or something? No, they're just paying for an X.
How do I do
Uh,
it?
Okie dokie, I guess. Fuck me. They were gonna lose the confinement unless they sack the Sterling. Oh, even if they do sack the Sterling Glove, they still lose this because they don't have any more enchantments. And they were giving us back the Flage this turn.
Yeah, so the fact that they had literally just
Uh,
natural Emrakul is pretty great. Yeah, inevitable betrayal seems pretty good against them.
Also, so does Mage Bane Wizard?
Sneaky.
This only destroys non-basic lands.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't want to do this. I think I just want this. And then, like, this maybe?
Seems good to me, but you're the expert.
Do I want Dude, I'm an expert against playing against
Yes.
shitty Enchantress decks? I have no fucking clue.
Yeah, Mystical Speed doesn't seem good. Yeah, I think
Fire Ices kill every one of their creatures. I don't know.
Enchantress.
Gotta be prepared for everything. Alright, turn 2 Scion, turn 3 Rhinos, force up, and a Leyline Binding to stop whatever they're doing. Keep.
Yeah. Winning tier 1 Enchantress.
We're 1,000% getting Blood Moon this game, by the way.
Yeah, probably.
This game where we can't possibly play around Blood Moon, we're getting Blood Moon.
Red. Oh, it's any color.
No, that's every color.
Yep.
Well, this is a terrible draw. Especially since we're already priced into getting Temple Garden.
Okay. Opponent.
Gotta think about how they're sequencing. Two mana. Cast. Okay.
Firing some Sanctum Weavers. It looks very flammable, the creature.
Enchantments in general seem flammable.
Okay, what does the opponent do now? I think that they had Blood Moon, they would definitely slam it now.
Yep. Enchantment supposed to control can't be countered. True. There's the Anthonice.
Sadness.
Cast the Footfalls. So this is sneaky, but this is a static ability, so if you Leyline Bind it with the spell on the stack, it becomes counterable.
Oh. Seems pretty good.
Also, if they do nothing relevant, then I can just jam a Leyline Binding, end of turn, and take out the Anthonice and get back my 4/4. Okay, they're tapping mana, they're untapping mana. This is a common theme for them.
They're very good at that. Tap, tap to tap, untap.
Okay, tank, 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 tank. Tap the same 2 again.
I'm not sure why this was hard, but
I mean, this isn't even all that relevant.
no.
Like, I'm not forcing that. They're not drawing any cards off of it. They're like not doing anything with it, you know?
It does
This
nothing.
was the turn. That was the whole turn. So I think I'm just binding the Sanctum Weaver or the Destiny Spinner, I mean.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna attack for 6, hold up Force of Negation, and attack for 6. See what happens.
Seems like a good plan.
Actually, I'm gonna attack for 6 and then play an Ardent Play.
Yeah. Plans change.
Would definitely like to put Lethal in play, especially with all their 1-for-1 removal. Okay. The Seiju my Leyline Binding. Unfortunate.
That is a bit unfortunate.
They're gonna block the 2/2, take 4, go to 12. 2 cards left in their hand. I'll cast an Ardent Plea. I'm gonna cast an Inevitable Betrayal, targeting them to grab a 15/15.
Yeah. Seems pretty powerful. And do we get the cast too?
No, it's just take it.
Hear me out. We can get a Sith. No,
So they have Consigned to Memories, Greater Orgomancies, Orum's Chance. So Orum's Chance is the okay. They've decided
to show
they
the
don't
deck
want to
and
play the game anymore.
show the deck and scoop. Classic. Classic.
Well, you think that they boarded out now? I mean, we did Cascade the first time into Rhinos, so
Hard to say. Because it is kind of a major win con for their deck, right? The other one is Destiny Spinner make a bunch of attacking lands that are big.
mm-hmm.
So.
Like, I don't know what to do, dude. It's like their deck is so dog shit. I really just don't know what to do.
But it's tier 1, and you're an expert at it.
Yeah,
I don't think we can keep this hand.
probably not. Dude, a lot of 6-land hands in our 20-land deck. All right, this is fine. I'm keeping. I'm putting back Steam Vents. Putting into play a Leyline.
We're the enchantment deck now. Okay, what do they do?
They develop their mana as always.
Fair.
Land. Knew it. Had it the whole time. Knew it the whole time. That actually really hurts because that's our other basic if they do Blood Moon us, but they didn't bring in Blood Moon last game, so.
Yeah.
Like, our creatures having Shroud will just beat them.
Well, okay.
Oh, I should have Arena of Gloried it.
Oh, yeah. That definitely would have been pretty good. But you know that we're going to draw a nice 3-drop next turn.
I hope that they're just like their hand is just full of like Orm's chance and shit. Just beat them to death.
Yeah, that would be entertaining.
Why didn't they attack?
Emotional damage.
I would really like to stop drawing land in these fucking weird matchups. Right?
Yeah, that does seem pretty not great. The flood is real.
I even have ways to mitigate the flood here, but blue card. Let's go. I don't care that you can't be countered.
Nice. Can't be countered clause.
I'm gonna surveil in the upkeep.
I figured. That most of the things we can cast in our deck are 3 mana.
I chose to put it on top.
Okay. I wasn't sure. Okay, they're tapping mana.
Alright, Sterling Grove, sure. And another spinner. Okay, they should not have played these if they have set this on top of their library, but you know,
Yeah,
whatever.
they do them. Wow. Well,
I actually want to draw it.
yeah. Okay.
So we know that they're drawing a worthless one next turn. So unless their hand is two more giant things, like huge things, where they're just dead on board. Like we just have them dead. So they have 6 enchant, or yes, so they have 12, 13 mana. I don't know what their 2 cards could be here that win. Sure, another Sterling Grove, you got it. Oh, they should have held priority, sacked the first one to put a solitary confinement on top.
Yeah, that seemed. Oh.
They just had it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. They're just never bricking. Let's go. Are they really going to chain out of this with like their remaining cards in hand were Sterling Grove Solitary Confinement with the Sithis on top? Like
Yeah, it
they don't
seems
have
pretty.
land, they don't have Orm's Chant, they don't have any of their useless 1 mana removal spells. This is what they just put back, right? No, they went and got an Enchantress Presence. So their hand was another Sithis, and they still put this on top. What? I
Yeah,
am so confused.
it's good to not try to understand the Enchantress deck.
I think we're just locked unless we draw Leyline Binding. Oh, we can't. They have double
Yeah.
Sterling Grove.
Yeah.
I guess I should have brought in Magebane Lizard, huh?
I guess so. Wow. Um,
We're dead. We have no outs. They can't ever lock themselves as long as they have a single enchantment in their hand.
true. And they have 5 cards in hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're dead. Wow.
All right. What a disgusting last few cards to
That was pretty much the Nutter Butters.
have.
Um,
Dude, when they put that Sithis back on top, I would never in a million years have bet that their hand was Sithis Solitary Confinement.
yeah. I mean, could we have done something differently?
Oh no, I'm sorry. It was Sterling Grove Sithis or Sterling Grove Solitary Confinement,
Yeah.
and then they drew one of the other things.
Yeah. Not much to really reflect on to that one. You're probably
I,
not going to see that at any event.
I don't think that I had any other resources there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Alrighty.
We needed a leyline binding before that happened, but they besieged our one leyline binding, so it's like I don't know.
Yeah. True. Well, I guess here we are in the last round. We went from the 2-0 to the 2-2, playing for the 3-2.
Keep this. Sounds great.
Opponent mulliganing to 6. 6 cards.
And again, these random combo decks are like what you're gonna lose to, but like, I don't know. When's the last time you played against Enchantress?
Some random person at F&M.
And what, like a year ago?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Marsh Flats. Pass.
Could be a lot of things. Could be a boat.
It could indeed be a boat. I'm guessing they're going to grab a Surveil land. Seems pretty safe bet in Modern.
Okay, blue
Huh.
black. Most likely a Forg deck.
Definitely seems like a Frog deck.
I like having that well enough. Especially with our footfalls on their way.
Yeah.
2 turns. I think I just jam and make them have counterspell here, right?
That's what I would do.
So they have counterspell here, or they have consign. They have their one main board consign. Some of these decks are playing a 1 of consign.
Oh. That's...
Oh, were they trying to spell snare it? Because I paid 2 mana?
Yeah, not how that works.
Yeah. Consider, sure.
They could have catch that ahead of time.
If they knew that they didn't have outs, like if they knew
Yeah.
that they had no way of countering it, counterspell into the bin with the Rhino on suspend, doesn't seem right.
Yeah.
Let's hope that they're on go for the throat, not shoot the sheriff. Oh, they were looking for a land, that's why they bin the counterspell.
Gotcha.
I am going to get a second white source, so I'm going to cycle this for a blue-white. shock it in. I'm going to cycle this. I'm going to tap this to cycle it. Then I'll have both Leyline Bindings or Force Negation up.
Seems seems like a pretty safe bet. Frog. Deal.
I think that's just fine. My footfalls are on suspend. This doesn't change my plan at all.
Nope.
Let's see if we can hinder Turok them.
It would be pretty good.
They just take 4.
Respect.
I kind of want them to use forces. And we still have force plus blue card up. So if they have force blue card in their hand, this would have been really good because we would have gone up 2 cards and still had another binding.
Yeah. But instead they had nothing.
Yeah, they just let it go. Can't play an Oculus currently. They have another one.
Another one. Suspicious.
Well, I'm making 4/4s.
They have 2 blue man up. Okay.
Yeah, they just they,
They gave
they're
up.
off it.
Gave up on life.
Been their opponent. We don't want the Ashiok here. And we've decided that these Fire Ices are not very good. And we can go down 1 Ardent play.
Yeah. Luckily we played this matchup.
You can also go down a Lorien for an Endurance also here.
That seems fair.
But I don't know, like I waffle back and forth. Like we didn't see any Murktides, we didn't see any Delve spells, we didn't see an Oculus, we didn't see any Unearths, so it's like much harder to do. If we see Unearth, we can board out a Lorien Revealed and bring in 1 more Endurance, right?
True. I think that's a good point. Opponent
Also,
really.
what happened to
Oh,
Tron and Through the Breach, man? Like, why are we playing against Enchantress
yeah.
and Blue White Affinity and what else did we play against? I guess we played against Red White. We played against Boros, and then
Yeah.
in game 3 we should have mulliganed again so that we had a better sequence.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Um. Huh.
I mean, I love this hand.
Yeah.
So, how do I sequence this? I think I'm gonna go like, what am I gonna do here?
Probably missed. Or well, draw a card. She could change things. It's
So
probably
we'll keep
Misty.
this up.
Probably Misty to cycle Lorien Revealed or Dispute, depending on what they do.
Yeah, but I want what lands am I getting? Like what order of lands am I getting here?
It's a good question. Okay. I
So I
was
guess
thinking.
I'm good.
I was thinking Steam Vents, but
Well, Steam Vents is awkward for the domain.
Yeah. Like, I was hoping that would resolve.
I bet you were.
I was hoping it would resolve.
Alright, so we actually need another fetch land now.
Well, there we go.
Pog O.
Ask and you shall receive. Okay.
So we're gonna get Triome. And then we're gonna cycle this Lorien Revealed for Hallowed Fountain.
Seems good. That's an interesting draw.
Do I want to shock this Hallowed Fountain? I can cast this next turn, so I think I go no.
And then just play Scion, and then next turn. Yeah.
What? Oh my god, I don't have a green source.
Oh no.
Oops. That's bad.
That is definitely not great.
Oh, I was supposed to cycle this for this one and get a green source off the fetch. That's my bad.
Gotcha. Yeah,
A
sorry.
little too late, kind of tired.
I second that notion. What do? They left the card on top. Bowmaster.
Cast a Bowmaster, that's fine. Bowmaster is about the most beatable card in all of Magic for this deck.
Yeah, it doesn't really. It's very bad against this deck. Always has been. I'm surprised it's still in their deck. Ran out of bad cards.
Yep.
They're hoping to get us on a Lorien Revealed hardcast. Unearth Frog.
Gonna force. So they are the Unearth deck, which makes me want to keep the Ashiok's in.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what we pitch.
I think I can. They're gonna fight over this, right? And there's not much we can really do about it.
Yeah.
They should have counterspell. Yeah, this was terrible sequencing. Once I realized I couldn't cast this, I should have shocked that, but I didn't. Wait,
You
what?
played the land first. Oh.
Yeah, I know. I had to play
Yeah.
the land first because I thought it was gonna work.
Yeah.
Red, white,
Black.
black, blue.
Now we have all the colors of rainbow until they Harbinger next turn. Oh.
They have counterspell, but they didn't counterspell the force on the Unearth.
Wow.
Wow.
That's crazy.
All right, props. I have no green mana now. My hand is fucking worthless.
It's okay. We got green mana
Got
right
there.
at the top.
So let's
Exert.
make 2 mana for exerting. And green and blue. And cast Shardless Agent with haste.
Wow. It's actually pretty insane.
They're going to consider in response. They bin a Toxic Deluge. and they consign the trigger. That's fine. This will still come into play with haste. And then let's cast a Scion with haste.
Yeah. Attack for 6.
If they have an Oculus here, we're maybe in trouble.
That is definitely possible with how they've been playing.
Yep, they definitely do have it. Fuck. Wow, that counterspell turn was like super brutal, actually.
Yeah.
Was not ever expecting that they hold the counterspell there.
That did seem pretty pretty resilient. Pretty patient.
Oh, we're just dead on board. What am I doing?
Huh.
All right, that all came down to me making that mistake on that turn. Not realizing I didn't have green mana. I missequenced my fetching. Just a little late, a little tired.
Okay.
Can't keep that.
No.
This is much better. I'm gonna keep this one. I'm gonna put back a Flooded Strand.
Yeah, I like that. All right.
Put a Leyline in play. And we're gonna fetch a Lush Portico.
Yeah, we don't need to do it until there instead. Okay. Polluted Delta, pass.
Grab Lush Portico. Put on top.
Seems pretty good.
They might just have Consign.
That is also true. If it resolves, it's pretty good.
It looks like they have Consign.
It does appear to be so.
Yep, unfortunate. Alright, no frog, we're probably okay.
Um,
Cyclorian revealed. Grab a Thundering Falls, play it.
yeah.
I want that on top. Oops. Might want to counter something they do in the end step.
True.
Doesn't look like it.
Yeah. What do they do with the Chevelle? Force negation, pitch. Or sorry, pitch, but throw in the...
Okay.
Great,
So
right.
it looks like they're setting up a... It looks like they're setting up an Oculus turn.
That is that does to be that does be
It does
okay.
appear to be what's happening.
Yes. Can't speak. Darkslick Shores in the graveyard.
Murktide Regent. I
Just
think better of it.
okay. Cascade. I wonder what we're gonna hit.
We're gonna hit a Crashing Footfalls.
Neat deck construction.
Did they? Were they bluffing the Murktide?
Yikes.
There's a part of me that says I don't counter this. I let the counterspell resolve because I'm gonna hold the Mystical Dispute for the Murktide this turn.
Yeah. Okay, they're bluffing.
They were bluffing. Wow. That would have been sick, actually. They would have got me.
Yeah. Okay, down to 8.
Oh,
Cycle.
they're thinking about cycling main phase? Is that why they tapped mana?
I'm not sure, but that doesn't seem like a good idea. Bowmaster.
They're still dead.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Much.
they can go to 1. They can go to 1. Because they can block this and chump this and go to 1.
Okay. Tap tap.
Cyclone Earth. Yeah, these unearths will look really bad in this matchup. Like,
Yeah.
they thought scoured themselves twice and just missed. Oh, they only did it once.
Frog.
Psychic Frog. 3
I
cards in hand.
I
Alright.
prefer if you did not, opponent.
I'm going to Subtlety. And we win. Alright,
Sweet.
beat Blue-Black Oculus Frog twice. Beat uh
Was that
Blue-Eyed
the?
Affinity.
Yeah.
Lost a really close one to Energy, where we probably could have played game 3 better, and then lost to Enchantress, which like just don't worry about it.
Exactly. That's probably the best way you can describe that matchup. Don't worry about it.
And let's see what we opened.
Oh,
Yeah, Necro and
Palantir.
Palantir.
Okay.
Cool.
Not sure how much those are worth, but
Nothing.
yeah, probably not.
But yeah, this deck overall is like really, really good if you know what your meta is. If you know that your meta is dominated by Boros and Domain and Blue Black Frog and Mardu and Jeskai Control and like Through the Breach and Naya Energy and Goryo's Vengeance, like these sorts of decks, like you are going to clean up, right? Your deck
Yeah.
is like designed to beat them. But if you're playing against like the mono blue Oops All Spells decks or Amulet Titan or Ruby Storm, you're gonna have a much harder time, and that's why there's such specific hate cards.
Yeah. Can't prepare for everything, but gotta help with those matchups.
But this is the type of deck where if you know what your meta is, if you know what
Yes.
people are going to show up with, you can really utilize that to your advantage and just walk across events, right?
Yeah.
Like I said, like I played against Blue Black in the finals, and it felt super easy, much like it did today, where it was just like, okay, just get to play my game and kind of beat you down little by little, right? Like just taking incremental, forcing through your counter spells, and then against the energy decks, like unless they have a start like that Boros player did in game 3, like you're just always going to be ahead.
Yeah, that was a pretty insane sequence slash hand. So, but I mean that deck is powerful and has those type of draws and
Yep.
yeah,
And in game 1, if we would have played a little differently, like we don't get got by the Blood Moon, but they
yeah,
had to have the Blood Moon plus 3 1 mana follow ups, and they had Blood Moon plus 3 1 mana follow ups, and so we like barely lost that game, which I thought we like probably couldn't lose. We were gonna untap and flashback a Flage and just
Yeah,
weren't able to do that, and instead we drew like Leyline, Crashing Footfalls, Shardless Agent, like when we couldn't cast anything.
yeah. Any other thoughts on the deck or the league?
No, I mean this deck, like I said, is like it's very clear where you know it's going to be good. So if you know that, this is the perfect deck to bring out because other people aren't ready for it, and you'll just be able to like kind of stroll on through, win yourself an RC invite.
Exactly. One, two, three. I actually ordered my Phalasias, and that was all I was missing from this deck. Oh, I
Yeah,
did. I did have to order the Magebane lizards, but yeah,
like this card is just like so very very good in the meta right now. It's
yeah,
just like it's an insane card in the meta currently, and you're just doing a powerful thing, and you can back it up with force, and that's just good.
yeah, absolutely. Well, thanks everyone for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next video.